shout out to Mr. Adam Copeland, Mr. Edge, whatever you want to call him. He's been on the down low for a while since the last time we saw him was All Out in Toronto last September. He is working on a book titled The Edge-ucation of Adam Copeland. Over 20 years ago, he released his first book, Adam Copeland on Edge, which of course detailed him rising when he was with WWE and other personal stories for his life. PWI Insider recently reported that Copeland is currently working on his second memoir. It's supposed to be scheduled to release later this year in October, and it's going to have HarperCollins as the publisher.
I guess we know where he went after the FTR match at All Out. He was like, all right, got to write a book. BRB, Christian. Bye, everybody. Can't wait to see an update. You know, Adam Copeland, Edge, is one of those wrestlers that he's been a WWE lifer. He's a WWE Hall of Famer. And I think that's what makes his situation so unique as a wrestler in AEW, into which he is, I believe, maybe the only lifer, the only WWE lifer in AEW, the only guy that spent the majority of his career in WWE. Yes, Sexton Hardcastle had a few WCW matches on Worldwide or Saturday Night and whatnot. So I can't wait to read his thought process of, you know, first of all, I thought my career was done. And then I come back and now I have a true second act in another company, which, you know, 10 years ago wasn't even a possibility. Edge would never be in TNA. He would never be on the Indies. It was pretty much Edge and WWE. So I would like to see how his thought process went with coming to terms that I'm going to wrestle in another major American company. Can't wait to see what's up with that.
If I read books, this would be very exciting. I think the same thing of like how he said, just that entire process of like, yo, like that would be interesting to know. Like, what was it like having to retire, but then this pivot comes where you're actually starting to do Hollywood and actually got some pretty key cool roles that you've been doing. Like he hasn't done a bad role yet, and nothing like too major that's hit to where it's put him on the scene outside of Percy Jackson and him playing Ares. But it's like, yo, you found your step over and then was given a second chance to come back and now do both. It's like, I would love to know that mind process of like, what is it like now in your second act? You're juggling actually 4 lives at the same time. Like, how do you do it all?
And I also want to know how he came up with the concept of the plank machine. Do you guys know that he and Christian have developed something called Pure Plank?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to get one here at WWT. If Pure Plank, I know your P1s you're watching, feel free to send us one. You know what I mean?
I'm very happy that he's releasing a second memoir. And also, I love it when wrestlers write memoirs because it kind of tells a story in their own words. So I can't wait to read it. And that is going to be added to my to be read list, which will be out later this year in the fall.